There was a time when American soccer struggled to earn respect on the world stage, and many young players believed their biggest dreams would always remain out of reach. But every generation produces someone whose determination changes the way people think. And for the United States, one of those players was Brian McBride. His journey was never built on flashy headlines or effortless success. Instead, it was shaped by discipline, resilience, and an unbreakable desire to improve every single day. Growing up in Arlington Heights, Illinois, Brian discovered his love for soccer at an early age. While many children simply enjoyed the game for fun, he treated every practice as an opportunity to become stronger, faster, and smarter. He knew that talent alone could never guarantee success. Every hour spent training, every mistake made on the field, and every challenge he faced became another lesson that helped shape the player he would eventually become. Unlike many future stars who were labeled as prodigies from childhood, Brian's path was built on steady progress. He understood that greatness belongs to those who continue working when nobody is watching. That mindset became the foundation of everything he achieved. During his youth, he constantly pushed himself beyond his comfort zone, refusing to settle for average performances. Every match became another chance to prove that determination could overcome obstacles that seemed impossible. As he continued developing his skills, his reputation as a hard-working striker began to grow. Coaches admired his willingness to learn, teammates respected his leadership, and opponents quickly realized they were facing someone who would battle for every ball until the final whistle. His commitment eventually earned him the opportunity to play college soccer at St. Louis University, one of the most respected soccer programs in the United States. For many athletes, college represents the first real test of whether they possess the ability to compete at a higher level. Brian embraced that challenge with complete confidence. Rather than feeling intimidated by stronger competition, he viewed every talented opponent as another opportunity to improve. His performances became more consistent, his finishing more clinical, and his understanding of the game continued to evolve. Coaches recognized that his greatest strength was not simply scoring goals, but inspiring everyone around him through relentless effort. Every sprint, every tackle, and every aerial challenge reflected a player who refused to quit. That attitude soon attracted the attention of professional scouts searching for players capable of helping American soccer grow during a crucial period in its history. When professional opportunities finally arrived, Brian understood that reaching this stage was not the end of the journey, but only the beginning. The pressure became greater, expectations increased, and every performance was analyzed more closely than ever before. Yet he never allowed outside opinions to distract him from the habits that had brought him success. Instead of chasing personal fame, he focused on becoming the most dependable teammate possible. Fans quickly noticed that whenever Brian stepped onto the field, they could expect maximum effort from the opening whistle until the match ended. Whether his team was winning comfortably or fighting desperately to come back from behind, his intensity never changed. That consistency gradually transformed him into one of the most respected forwards in American soccer. As the sport continued growing across the country, Brian became one of the players helping inspire a new generation of young athletes who finally believed they could compete against the world's best. His story reminded countless children that success is not always about being the fastest or the most naturally gifted player. Sometimes the greatest victories belong to those who refuse to surrender when challenges become difficult. Every setback became fuel for his determination rather than an excuse to quit. Injuries, criticism, and disappointments tested his resolve, but each obstacle strengthened his character instead of breaking it. That resilience became one of the defining qualities of his career. Before long, Brian earned the opportunity to represent the United States men's national soccer team, wearing his country's colors with enormous pride. For any athlete, representing the national team is among the greatest honors imaginable. Brian approached every international match with humility and determination, understanding that millions of supporters placed their hopes in the players wearing the American jersey. Every appearance became another opportunity to demonstrate that American soccer deserved respect on the international stage. His fearless style of play, incredible heading ability, and willingness to sacrifice his body for the team quickly earned admiration from fans around the world. He never avoided difficult battles against stronger defenders, and often emerged as one of the hardest-working players on the pitch. Those qualities gradually turned him into one of America's most reliable leaders, proving that true greatness is measured not only by goals but also by courage, commitment, and the ability to inspire teammates during the most challenging moments. As bigger tournaments approached, Brian knew that the world would soon witness exactly what years of relentless dedication could achieve. And the greatest chapters of his remarkable journey were still waiting to be written. The opportunity to compete on the world's biggest stages did not arrive by luck. Every international tournament demanded a higher level of focus, stronger mentality, and complete commitment to the team. Brian McBride understood that wearing the United States jersey was more than representing himself. It meant carrying the hopes of millions of fans who believed American soccer could compete with the strongest nations in the world. Whenever he stepped onto the field, he played with remarkable determination, never allowing fear or pressure to control his performance. His fearless attitude quickly became one of his greatest trademarks. Whether facing powerful defenders or chasing a difficult ball deep into the final minutes, Brian never hesitated to give everything he had. That relentless effort earned the respect of teammates, coaches, opponents, and supporters alike. People admired the fact that he never relied on tricks or unnecessary showmanship. Instead, he focused on intelligent movement, excellent positioning, powerful headers, and an incredible work ethic that rarely faded throughout 90 minutes. Every goal he scored represented countless hours of unseen preparation, reminding young athletes that success always begins long before the spotlight arrives. As international competitions became more intense, Brian continued proving that leadership is demonstrated through actions rather than words. During difficult moments, when confidence around the team began to fade, he remained calm and encouraged everyone to keep believing until the final whistle. That quiet confidence made him one of the emotional leaders inside the dressing room. Younger players naturally looked toward him for guidance because they knew he would always put the team's success ahead of personal recognition. His willingness to sacrifice his own comfort for the benefit of the group reflected the qualities of a true champion. Fans noticed that even after receiving hard tackles or suffering painful collisions, he would often stand up, recover quickly, and continue fighting without complaint. His courage became legendary among American supporters, who admired not only his ability to score important goals, but also his refusal to surrender under any circumstance. Those moments created unforgettable memories that inspired thousands of young soccer players across the country to adopt the same fighting spirit. As his reputation continued growing, opportunities outside the United States began attracting attention. European clubs recognized that Brian possessed qualities that could succeed in one of the world's most competitive football environments. Moving overseas represented a completely different challenge. New cultures, unfamiliar styles of play, greater expectations, and stronger competition awaited him. Many talented players struggled to adapt to European football, but Brian viewed the experience as another opportunity to grow rather than something to fear. He embraced every training session with the same determination that had carried him from childhood fields in Illinois to international stadiums filled with passionate supporters. Playing in England demanded physical strength, mental toughness, and consistency every single week. Defenders were stronger, matches were faster, and every mistake could immediately change the outcome of a game. Brian accepted those demands without hesitation, proving once again that hard work remains the greatest advantage any athlete can possess. His performances soon earned admiration from fans who appreciated players willing to fight for every possession. They saw someone who never stopped running, challenged every defender, and celebrated every goal with genuine passion. Over time, he became much more than a foreign player. He became a respected professional whose commitment represented everything supporters wanted to see from someone wearing their club's colors. His time in England demonstrated that determination can overcome barriers of language, culture, and expectation. Instead of trying to imitate others, Brian stayed true to the qualities that had always defined his game. That authenticity helped him build lasting relationships with teammates and supporters alike. Every successful season reinforced an important lesson. Lasting success is created through consistency rather than temporary moments of brilliance.